So, last time, you all defeated Strahd and the Hags in the Castle Ravenloft before freeing Waycrest from the curse that gripped it. The land returned to its normal self, and the sun now shines upon the land once again. The party returned to the inn at Helvensblade to rest and recover from the grueling battle, and split their loot amongst one another, and that is where we leave off tonight. Easy enough. We will not speak of losing to flying pots.
You shut up.
Nixie will remember forever.
You need to say that again.
Fantasia shit. Yeah.
So I assume this is the next day after we took a time, some R&R, considering we nearly died.
Yep. This you have now taken your R&R, and now all of you are currently in your inn.
The day after story time with Sean.
I'll just go ahead and say Belzerius might become a little bit like Link. Destroy every single
Robin.
spot in his sight.
Hello.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Sorry for cutting it a bit close. I was watching something with my mom and sister.
No, it's all good. We just started actually. You guys are in your inn room after your grueling.
So as soon as Shiner wakes up, she reapplies her just because she doesn't want to go through that shit. But she's going to eventually anyway, just because of how this game's going.
I do not understand. What is wrong with being grey? Says the giant grey man to the small grey girl.
Well, with pale gray skin and red eyes, people seem to think I'm just a very, very demonic creature. It's not a good time.
He tilts his head to one side. But you are tiefling.
Exactly.
Oh, I think I understand.
I really think you should go with Rainbow, though.
That would be a little... what is the word? Garish? Yes, garish.
Just for the heck of it, Shine just flashes her hair rainbow for a moment again.
Nixie, claps excitedly.
So, what is next move? Shall we pursue those lights that fell from the sky? I am very curious to see where this leads.
Lights that fell from the sky?
As well.
Do you not remember when the castle fell?
I don't really.
There was a bunch of earthquakes and lights and... Ugh. It's all done with
There's a lot going on then, I don't remember. Must not have seen it.
Lion, I may be misremembering things, but Bronislav would not forget. There were meteors that fell from the sky, and 7 of them, right? That hit in various parts on the map.
Yep.
Out of character, I don't remember this at all for some reason.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You don't know where they fell, as their positions were a bit obscured at the time. But you noticed 7 meteors falling from the sky and hitting the ground.
When was this?
Last session.
Huh.
Right after we did the castle.
It was at the very, very end, like right after the boss.
Yeah, because I don't have that written. I'll just write it.
Insert huge plot point.
Insert MacGuffin.
That apparently half the party doesn't remember.
Or they do, but they just want to forget.
Oh no, I remember. There were strange space rocks. I want to investigate them. Surely, with their size, someone would have seen at least where one landed nearby.
What do you think, Billsy? It might not be related to your mission.
Well, I'm gonna have to say it has piqued my curiosity. I am more than willing to investigate.
I don't believe I've ever seen a meteor up close.
A meteorite? What's a meteorite? Oh! I think I've seen that word in my book. Pulls out book, starts looking at book.
You flip to the very back and see a spell called Meteor Swarm.
Oh! Apparently you can hit a bunch of people with it over and over. Sounds fun.
Bronislav reads over and closes the book shut.
Hey,
I think you need to be a bit more patient before you attempt spells like this.
Fine, says that's a rather advanced spell, isn't it?
I mean, all I could understand was the title.
We should not encourage her to learn doomsday spells just yet.
All the while, in the midst of this conversation, Teresa just stares at the floor, her gaze sort of blank.
A lot of shit happened yesterday.
Well, I'm going to grab another plate of breakfast and ask around. I'm going to ask the patrons if they've seen the location of any meteors that fell the night before.
Alright,
I am also going
go.
to go downstairs to eat breakfast. And is there a pot near?
A pot?
Yeah.
There's a boiling pot of stew over in fire downstairs.
I give it an extremely wide berth.
So, Shine offers her hand to Teresa. We should get some good food here while we have.
I do suppose so.
I think I won that one.
Okay, so as Broslav, as you get down into the main tavern, you don't notice anything out of place. However, when Belzirus gets down into the tavern, you would see sitting across. You would see a table of 3 plate armored humans with shields resting at the base of the table. They have the symbol of Bahamut encrusted upon their shield, as their sword and shield rest against the side of the chairs. And they seem to be talking over drinks.
Is there a table open nearby?
Yeah, there's a table open nearby.
What did you see?
I'm going to sit down there and see
the,
if I could eavesdrop a little bit of what they're saying.
what did you say these emblems were?
Symbols of Bahamut. Well, holy symbols of Bahamut.
I'm also going to tuck my amulet kind of underneath my clothing.
Bronislav would be able to go up to the counter and get a good breakfast. They pretty much have everything that you would want here.
Oh yeah, so I could get some like shrimp scampi, some like
No, but let's be real here. Eggs and toast.
Nixie Spix will get it over to the counter. Looking for breakfast as well.
You'd be served.
Do you have anything raw?
They give you the odd look. It's, oh, the raw food one, yes. As they go back and find raw steak and just slap it on the table.
I am paying for her. I am also paying for points to the brass dragonborn. Is Belladonna up on time?
She is actually.
Okay, points to the rather intimidating lady and the also other rather intimidating lady who happens to be green. And
We're all
the
a bunch of
tiefling girl.
intimidating lady.
I mean, yes, but you're not as intimidating as the other two.
Nah.
So
I'm cute and
your
pink.
groups gather scatter out, but don't worry, it's on the house today.
What? That? Why?
They point over to the table of paladins.
Shine obliviously,
They have it covered.
Shine obliviously just waves cheerfully over at.
They are those cultist types, yes?
Yes, they came here upon dragons, and they came to investigate. They said something about undead or something, but there hasn't been really any undead in a while.
Belladonna just gives this straight face. That
What?
says nothing.
That's really weird. I saw some yesterday.
Nixie,
What?
why don't you come to the table, please?
What are you talking about? Very loudly over the crowd.
She
I got something to tell you.
she grabs her meat in like one hand and is like stuffing it while she walks over. Yeah.
Please chew before you swallow.
I think we're going to have an emergency.
She'll be fine. This has happened more than once.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pay her no mind and start asking people at the bar about the rocks that fell in the morning.
I'm gonna try and eavesdrop on the paladin's conversation. Meanwhile, I'm more soft-spoken than usual.
Okay. All right. So we'll start with Branazov first. They would say that there were some odd stars falling in the night briefly during the night. However, they didn't exactly. One landed over the Desarian Hills somewhere, but that's the only one that they could remember.
And what location is where are those hills from where we are?
They're northeast, next to the ranch.
Oh, I remember that one. Okay, thank you.
Okay, and Belzerus, they would seem to be talking as you're eavesdropping. They're all like, they just came from posting a help wanted on one of the on one of the boards, and all able-bodied people wanting to searching for people or adventurers wanting coin and wealth and reward.
I get the feeling we're going on a great quest for the MacGuffins.
Dun, dun, dun.
And they kind of shrug to each other as they're talking about how there was supposed to be a curse or some type of undead menace here in Waycrest. However, they couldn't find anything of note, and they think their sources were wrong about sending them here.
Oh, damn.
All right, then I'll just wait for the rest
and
eat
they're
breakfast.
pretty much buying everyone drinks and stuff, and they're buying everyone's food and drinks in the morning to kind of raise awareness to their poster, their help wanted poster, and a token of goodwill.
What you want, Belzy?
What?
You told me to come to your table.
Oh yeah, I got some pretty interesting. Oh God, talk. Interesting information. There is actually. I relay what I've overheard.
Why are
to,
we whispering?
I wasn't whispering.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No,
Belladonna.
but no, I'm relaying the information that you just told me about the paladins and the help on it.
So you want to take a job?
Well, it sounds interesting. I mean, we should check out that poster since I don't have any specifics. Also, there is a thing about the meteor stuff happening. Rocks falling from the sky.
Oh, so those guys over there have your Bahamut thingy.
Yeah, let's keep that on the down low.
Oh, we're whispering
I'm whispering
now.
that one.
Why is that a secret?
It's just don't talk about it.
I thought you were like super clean. What's wrong with that?
Problems. I will talk
He's
to you
not
later
really
about
super
it.
clean after all.
I'll talk to you about it later. It's just not right here.
Belladonna's just
Okay.
raising her eyebrow between the two of them, just talking quietly as she eats.
I mean, we were a pair before this group. It's totally normal.
Just like Bronislav arrives with like a giant plate of just scrambled eggs in his hand. I have returned with important information about the Tharian Hills.
Woo!
Pray tell.
Apparently, that is the landing site of one of the meteors. We should investigate it after breakfast.
I also overheard a little something. You see those fancy guys over to our side over there?
Yes, the ones that are stealing taste and fashion.
I didn't hear that last part.
He said fashion, but it sounded like he said fishing.
He's a
I kinda-
trendsetter.
I look
yeah.
at Bronislav kind of like, huh? Alright, but no, they're looking for adventurer / mercenary type stuff for a job. Nothing specific. They have a poster posted somewhere.
Oh,
If
they
we
do.
want to take a look at that, just before we leave off, in case that's something we might want to do.
So we are all in agreement of this, yes?
I assume so. Although
Russ?
I need to contact Ashford and Red Larch.
Bronislav looks over to these extremely shiny men and a grin starts forming on his face. They must be from quite a wealthy order.
Their armor is very ornate. It is encrusted with designs of angelic wings, and like engraved into the armor in a pure white pattern.
Shine nods emphatically. Very fancy.
But what is their demeanor?
Well, they seem to be relaxed, but carry themselves in a high fashion.
Thing is, he doesn't talk to no snobs.
Stuffs more raw steak in her face.
I'm just eating my breakfast, kind of eyeing the fancy paladins.
Bronislav just consumes his eggs and then goes to talk to the paladins.
Shine is eating
Okay.
breakfast and also just humming a song.
They as Bronislav approaches the table, they hail you down and say, "Oi, good day, sir."
Oh, hello! I
One that
am...
seems to have a great sword, a very oriental great sword, resting against the arm of his chair.
I am Bronislav. I am the representative of my mercenary group. The
He raises his eyebrow. The other two knights looked very intrigued as well.
Rasa realizes that we didn't pick a name out yet. We are the Meat and Two Bills.
What?
They look at the knights look at each other for a moment.
I am the meat, and that is Bale, and that is other Bale. Points to Belzirus and Belladonna.
Well met. Well met. My my name is Sir Zephyrin. And he presses it. He taps his chest. The one next to him seems to be has a staff, and his name is Sir Cheribert. And the one with the axe is Sir Grenax.
Oh my god, you're just using all the names from Heavensward? It's even worse because they're French and you're pronouncing them without any of the right inflections.
Yep.
Oh my god, I'm so triggered.
It is Grinnell, thank you very much.
Okay, where was... we may not seem like much, but we are quite accomplished, yes?
Indeed you are. He raises his eyebrow.
We heard that you were looking for capable workers for a job in the area.
Well, I wouldn't say it's in the area. It's a bit of a travel around Red Larch.
Oh, that is perfect. You were heading that way anyway.
Excellent. Well, east of Red Larch, there is the Sacred Stone Monastery, home of our new order. If you're looking for work, we would be glad to have a group capable of your reputation, as you say.
Thank you for the lead. We will stop by before the end of the day. He bows to them and heads back to the table. Good news! They gave us directions to their new monastery, which is not far from Red Lodge. We can reconvene with Belladonna's family.
Would I know of this place, Lion?
You do not.
Okay.
Excellent. This can go towards more hat money.
I believe that is in the same direction as the hills. I think. It's not. But... no, wait, I can't do that because he's supposed to remember everything. It is not in the same direction as the hills, but we can head north and then swing down south when we are done there. It should not take too long.
Belladonna crosses her arms. Well, we have to go down that way anyway, so it's not like it'll be, like you said, too much of a trek away.
It's not like they're going to be expecting us, so... But I'm of like mind.
Then let's not waste any more time. Considering we don't have to pay, let us,
Skedaddle.
before the bartender changes his mind.
But my orange juice.
Okay, finish up.
Yay!
Teresa smiles slightly.
Well, I finished my breakfast.
Alright, Shine finishes her orange juice in a short amount.
So where are we going? Branislav?
Do you remember that wrench with the portly man that had the big mustache and the
Oh yeah.
and like the little ponytail? They are north of his home.
What was his name? Malon?
I actually
Talon?
remember that. I think it is.
It was Zelda oriented. I can tell you
I
that much.
think it was. Yeah, it was either Talon.
It was Taylor. No, it was Milan. It's not. It wasn't.
Have we used several of those?
I think it was Melon.
It's Malon, yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess on the map it's Nettleby Ranch.
So let us go
With
visit
the,
Malon, because Malon is his daughter. And he gets up from the table.
What was it called? Hooked Horror or something? Where we fought it?
The hooker horror.
The Hooked Horror. Yeah.
Yeah, the hookup with the Nettleby Ranch.
Should be a relatively easy track, considering there's no more horrific sitting in here.
Or is there? Dun.
I'd
Dun,
be very
dun,
disappointed
dun.
if the Hags Undead were still around.
Okay, so you would proceed to the Nettleby Ranch. It is sunny outside, and there's a slight breeze in the air as a few clouds cover the air. The sky is blue. You see birds flying in the air, and you all would arrive at the ranch. The ranch looks like the ranch is still pretty much destroyed. And you see Milan outside, with a hammer and stake, kind of pounding away at stakes and trying to rebuild.
Belladonna just kind of looks at herself and.
Does Belladonna even remember this? Because she was like half drunk when we did this, right?
Well, that's where she was.
Oh yeah.
She just is like, I don't know. She's just like, I don't know what happened here.
Yeah, she wouldn't, would she? But we don't need to talk. We don't really necessarily need to stop in. He's fine. He's not a horrible werewolf anymore. Let's just we can probably see the hills from where we are.
Oh yeah, if you're at the ranch, and just a few miles away, you can see the start of the hills.
Oh, there we are. That is it. That's quite convenient. But do we see any smoke or anything?
Nope. You just see a giant hill, like a very giant hill.
I'm gonna go fucking running up that hill, running up that road, running up that building.
Boy.
I mean, there's no road through it. There's a river through it.
There's a river through it, but there's no road.
Oh my gosh!
Did you guys seriously not get that? Oh, disappointment.
Oh, I did.
Moving on.
I am willfully uncultured.
Uncultured swine.
Literally fucking.
Ignore that.
No.
Hey, look, I'm Picasso!
Alright, you would be, since Bronzlov's took off, you wouldn't even be up halfway up the hill, and you've run 5 miles.
Oh, damn.
Really?
What did
Man,
we got?
going up this giant hill in search for the crater where the rock fell.
Oh, yeah.
That's no hill. It's a freaking mountain.
Just a very wide hill. It's not tall.
I thought we were trying to get to the top.
Apparently we are.
You got about 10 more miles.
Lord.
Oh, that's no hill. That's a mountain. We still climbing?
Yep.
That's no moon.
Okay, it would be the afternoon before you actually get up to the top. After climbing the hill, you would run some wildlife, and you get up to the top of the hill. You would see the canyon. You'd see the canyon running through the hills with the river. However, you don't see any sign of a crater.
So, Bronislav, what exactly did they say?
They said that one of the rocks landed in this area, but it is quite a wide place, to be honest. Just keep your eye out for any large holes in the ground, and when I say large, I mean most likely larger than that canyon.
What?
Have you never seen meteor before?
Not close.
I have a picture in my spellbook.
We do not need to worry about your spellbook right now. We can look into that later.
Instantly defense.
Let's. I'm gonna look around for it. I wanna see if we can find it.
Shine puts a hand on her book of shadows and leans over to Nixie, like, how about we compare notes?
No, you can spend the rest of the day going 10 miles in any direction if you would like, or 5 miles, or however you want to go. That's up to you, though.
I mean, we're all looking, right?
Right, but you're looking over miles.
Yeah. I'm looking to see if there's anything I can do to...
I mean, is there any way we could notice something out of the ordinary from the certain terrain?
You would have to do like a large span
or
search.
something like that.
You can make me some rolls if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do a perception and see what happens.
I will assist.
I critted.
He never mind. He doesn't need my help. He's fucking got eagle eye.
Your unholy senses tingle somehow, and you would be able to place the your eyes. You begin to see a green light shooting into the air that would be invisible to the naked eye, and it would be. Boop.
Alright, after peering throughout the scenery, I suddenly just... Everyone! That way. And I walk off towards that direction.
Oh!
You would need to cross the 5 mile long river to... 5 mile across the river to get to it.
Do you know how to fly?
Well, we're not at the river yet.
You would need you need to walk 15 miles down the mountain just to get to the river.
Oh,
Donna
this...
just looks like she doesn't want to deal with this shit.
This place is much more treacherous than I was expecting. But I don't really mind because I'm a Goliath and I'm used to this kind of treachery.
Doesn't seem too bad to me. Nixie Spick says from Belzerus' shoulder.
Alright, so you want to spend the rest of the day getting there?
Rest of the day? What time is it now?
Well, considering how long it takes to walk 15 miles up a hill, and then 15 miles down a hill,
And
5 miles across a river, and 15 more miles up a hill.
And I would walk 500 miles.
Did you say a 5 mile wide river?
Yes.
Sure that's not an ocean?
Like...
Yeah, I honestly don't think there's anything 5 miles wide that's considered a river.
Fine. About a mile.
But yeah, that's
Alright, that makes more sense.
That's about the size of the Mississippi.
Yeah, it is.
Question is, how are you crossing it?
That's a good question.
Belladonna's just gonna swim.
How fast is this water moving?
It's moving at an okay current, not slow, not fast, but enough to move you.
How deep does it look?
It looks you can see the bottom. It's a bit dark. It's a bit dark at the bottom, but
and it's got pudding in the middle.
No, really, but like, how deep is it?
It's only about 2 feet deep.
Oh, then I'm just gonna wade through. That's not even like up to my waist.
Wait, 2 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I could trudge through that.
You can see bears and stuff, snapping at fish jumping out of the river as you walk across.
So if Shine goes, she's basically going to be like pretty up, she's going to be like wading a lot more through than other people. And also Nixie should probably go on someone like Teresa's shoulders.
Nixie is always on my shoulder.
I'm on Belzer's shoulder.
Oh, neat.
I don't think Teresa would be very happy with anyone on her shoulder. Like, you just hear her like fucking grumbling the whole way.
And Nixie's got that feeling that Teresa's that person who needs her personal space.
All is well.
Okay. One moment as my screen stops freaking out.
Piloting Bell Zero is like a battle.
Was that?
Piloting Bell Zero is like a battle.
Nah, she probably tried at one point, but the Zeros put a stop to that real fast.
Go like all Ratatouille with it.
Oh yeah.
Nah, if Nixie acts up, you'll see what happens.
Yeah, they're like a few months into the relationship, so she's already learned some respect.
So we cross the river, go up the hills again, and that's another 10 miles? Do we see the crater yet?
You would see a glowing green light as it's now as the sun's setting. You would see the green light shooting into the air more clearly. And you begin to see what seems to be green bolts of lightning kind of shooting off from that general direction as well.
We're on the quest for space rock.
How did we not see this sooner?
Pretty space rock.
I mean, I saw it.
Belladonna in the back,
True.
screaming her thighs are burnt. She's not used to this much walking.
Neither is Shine, honestly.
You can
No.
place yourself on the map coming from the west.
Bill Zerus is used to this because him and Nixie's been on the road for a little bit.
What are you talking about your thighs, you silly... Like, are you not an adventurer? You should be used to this.
I mean, I'm used to it, just not 15 up, 15 down. Oh, my thighs. And across the river. Oh.
All right. As the group would near, you would see a massive crater in the middle, spanning. You would see the crater spanning 30 feet across, and 30 feet in the 30 feet in all directions in a cylinder. Inside there would be a black obelisk with a green symbol glowing on it.
We're all black obelisks on the inside, just as Stanley Kubrick.
What?
And there would be green electricity bolts flaring out from the crater, jumping all around you. It's giving off a faint glow.
Bronislav is immediately intrigued by this and starts to approach the crater.
I'm immediately cautious with this. Does my holy magic detect anything? Seeing that I tracked it with it. My unholy sensor.
More lightning sparks would shoot out as got closer and closer to the crater. As you would see, resting in the crater, you would see bits and pieces of this broken obelisk scattered throughout it.
Well, this really isn't making me feel good. And it's gone.
It didn't look. It looked cluttered. But pretty much.
Is this a meteor?
I don't think it is.
We must investigate. There's no use standing around. And he starts to approach the center.
Alrighty, make me a dexterity saving throw, Bronislav.
Shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
As you stepped on into the crater, a lightning bolt would spark out and dance in your general direction, and you managed to sidestep the bolt that left the ground charred and pulsing with a green outspreading current before dissipating.
Easy, see?
Yeah. I'm not going in there.
Is it? Huh.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get close to one of the obelisk fragments and see if I can find any writing on it.
Are the lightning bolts coming off of the obelisk?
They are.
So my mage hand wouldn't do much.
Alright, you would proceed. You'd be able to go to the fragment, one of the fragments laying on after dancing around a few more bolts that are nonchalantly bouncing around. They're not aimed at you, but you just happen to be in their line of path.
I'm just going to stand back here.
And you would pick it up. The stone would have a fine, flat, and glossy finish to it that seems very slick and polished. It doesn't seem rough at all. It would be pulsating with green runes.
What you got there?
I never said I'd pick it up.
Oh.
Because I'm not getting cursed again. I can crouch and look at it. I don't need to shove it right up to my face.
Alrighty.
I mean, how
It's
big
a glossy
is it?
finish.
How big is it?
It's about it fits in Bronislav's palm. This is a fragment, by the way. It's not the actual obelisk.
I can bring it closer. I'll hop off Belzy's shoulder and conjure a mage hand. And just with the mage hand, try to scoot it closer outside of the center of this crater.
Okay. You managed to, with the mage hand, move the fragment closer outside the crater. The lightning from the obelisk would jump to it every now and again, almost like a conductor.
Does this look like a manufactured piece, or is it like natural form?
It looks like it would be because of the sheen and the glossy finish, and not rough. It looks like it would be manufactured.
Or at least well, very taken care of.
It does not seem. Well, if the piece got like levitated out of the pit, I guess I'm already pretty close, anyways. So is there anything else about the crater, or is it just that the obelisk landed here and shattered into pieces?
The top of the obelisk is in the center, giving off the green glow with electricity. Nothing else seems to be off about it other than the fragments sticking.
I'm gonna get closer to
laying
the center then.
Alright, as you get closer to the obelisk, it would start glowing brightly as more and more sparks off and lands into the ground.
So even a shine, it wouldn't look like anything is like there's no magical funky anything.
It's definitely magically and funky.
I mean, I would hope so.
If I roll an Arcana,
No, that doesn't look like an obelisk.
I know I'm funky. I bring the fun.
But are you magically funky?
I wish.
There we go.
That's not foreboding at all.
Nope, not at all.
Nothing wrong here.
Meanwhile, the rest of us are still kind of far back.
Cowards.
I'm sorry, I've been. I don't want to die again.
You didn't die.
Well, no, technically not, but it's kind of a recurring theme with every fight.
It was pretty brutal to be fair.
Like, come on.
I'm gonna take a good look. Okay, I'm gonna take a gander at this him here on top of the obelisk.
You're gonna look at the top of the obelisk?
Yeah. I mean, I'm already here. I might as well.
I'm
it
already
is
here. I might as well as the title of my autobiography.
shooting off a green lightning.
Shine is going to take maybe 2 steps forward and see if this
As
matches
Shine
anything.
steps into the crater, suddenly the obelisk begins to glow, and the ground begins to shake as it shoots more and more electricity around in a violent.
So I'm gonna take a mighty step back.
Teresa sighs.
As
Well,
suddenly,
shit.
out of the ground of the crater, suddenly a polished steel claw would jam out of the ground and clamp onto the surface, as if something is trying to pull itself out of the ground.
Is that another one of your relatives?
As it would pull itself up, you would see these spiders, mechanical in nature, almost like clockwork. Something you would see in Eberron, sparking with glowing with green ruins, sparking with green energy. They would begin to come out of the ground as if the lightning going into them, as if powering them. And they go, and then they would stomp forward, and they'd open their massive mandibles at the group. Roll initiatives.
Oh boy.
Oh, good. Spiders.
Still didn't answer me. Is that a relative of yours?
Who you were talking to?
I'm talking to Shy.
Oh.
No. I'm not. Do I look like a spider?
Who knows?
I'm not
Demons.
related to everyone.
I'm not related to everything scary. I mean, that's kind of insulting.
Okay. And then spiders.
Oh boy, we gonna fight some spiders.
Take it to
I
5.
hate spiders.
All right, it'd be Belladona's turn.
Why did it have to be spiders?
Huh?
I was just referencing something.
Oh.
No.
I'm clearly number.
You have a 22. You have a 22 in the turn.
There's 12 on mine. Oh,
But anyways,
oh,
Bronislav then.
Wait, was I supposed to roll initiative?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Spiders go after me.
Gonna fire one at that one.
Punch him!
All right. Ray of Frost.
Yes.
It gets an 18 for its dex save.
It rubs the lotion on its skin.
It's just a range attack. Sorry. The 17 hits, yes.
Yay!
As your Ray of Frost would hit the metal exterior of the beast, some type of green coating would intercept your Ray of Frost, rendering the mechanical spider unharmed.
He's not going to move, though. He's going to stay where he is. And that is my turn.
All right, Shine's turn.
Well, Teresa did roll a 20.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Okay. Teresa then.
It was a little late, but Teresa rolled 20.
All right, so it's always embarrassing when I just find myself oddly stumped.
Punch a spider.
Like, huh?
Spiders. Punch them.
Oh, right. All right, Teresa, with only one hand, takes her axe and attacks a spider beneath her. With one.
Okay. Which spider?
Which spider?
Yeah, you need to move yourself to the
I
spider.
believe all of them are in range
But the character is not moving.
of your movement. I mean,
There.
Okay. Your axe, it would sidestep with a quick dexterity as your battle axe hits the ground, and it'd be shine.
what else but my glittery devil blast over to this one over here?
It would sidestep your blast as it hits the ground.
Shrug.
And Belzerus' turn.
Alright, so with that green energy type thing, could I tell where that came from? Did it come from the spider, or did it come from
It
somewhere
came from the
else?
spider. Something seems to be protecting the spider.
Huh. I have a feeling that obelisk is doing something. Huh. Alright, so I'll move 15 feet. Can I determine if this obelisk is powering the spiders in any way?
Nope. It's just giving off sparking green electricity.
Okay, cool. I didn't have to make a roll. So then I'm just going to move to the spider and hit it.
The spider would sidestep.
That is one mean spider.
And that's all I got.
Alright, Belladonna.
Belladonna goes over here. Can she see it from here on this little cliff thing, whatever it is?
You'd be in the crater.
Well, it's that little piece, like, right here.
Yeah, you could see it.
Alright, she's gonna whip out the crossbow that Bronislav gave her, and why am I on that sheet? Okay. And she's gonna take aim for it. And she's gonna...
And the spider would dodge that one as well.
And she just puts it away because she's ready to use another weapon next turn, and...
I think we're all just kind of exhausted after scaling a fucking large...
Alright, it'd be Nixie's turn.
I'm just insulted. Mine hit dead on it, cheated.
So, seeing everybody miss to the spider, I'm gonna be like, nope, not dealing with that.
Alright, the magic missile. Which one are you magic missiling?
I'm gonna magic missile the one. Oops.
The one everyone's surrounding?
No, that one.
That one?
Yeah, 3 bolts for 5.
Alright, your magic missile would hit. The first magic bolt would hit as a green shield would come up and protect the spider. Your bolt would smash against it. Your second one smashing against it as well, before the fifth one breaking it, and you'd hear the sound of glass breaking.
I did the thing!
You did the thing.
Can I actually see that from giant rock in the...
Well,
I'm not
I
sure
have
we're
a pretty good
specifically
view.
looking for it.
Unfortunately, he was not. He was focused on the one in front of him.
I'll move a little closer as well.
So he's like, what thing did you do?
I broke it! It's got a shield!
Alright, it would be the spider's turn. The spiders are going to skitter, 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 skitter. And one's going to attempt to pounce on Shine with its metal mandibles, attempting to bite down upon her. And that's going to be a crit.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ow.
However, it's only going to do 5 points of piercing damage.
Wow.
With a crit, wow.
Yeah, it rolled minimum for damage on both dice.
Hmm.
And okay, so the one that had the broken shield is going to jump on Teresa with a bite and get a 7, and then the other one's going to attempt to bite. The other one's going to attempt to bite Teresa, and is going to get a 21.
What the fuck?
What are these marks on these other ones here?
Your shields.
Oh, so they still... Okay, so these are the ones that still have the shield.
Wait,
And
wait,
that's
so
going to be for 10 points of piercing damage.
wait, so how much? How many points is that in total?
You take 10 points of piercing damage.
That 21 was to only see if you got hit.
Oh, by the way... Wait, can I only do this once? I'll save it for a bigger enemy. I was gonna say Hellish Rebuke, but I'll say...
Alright. Back up to the top with Bronislav.
He's going to shout, "No flat-footed!" and stump his foot into the ground. And they all have to make dex saves.
All of them? Okay. So the one up top by Shine, it gets a 12.
That fails.
The one with the broken shield gets a 20, and the one with the bottom one gets a 19.
That also succeeds. So only the one by Shine is prone and takes the 7 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going
the Tremor, however, seems to bypass the shield, and you would damage the construct direct.
Question: if the enemy I'm next to is prone, can I freely move?
Yeah.
I hope so, or I just wasted a spell slot.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright. And, Teresa's turn.
Alright, alright, so... Teresa takes her axe in both hands and, and slams down on one of the 2 spiders, the one beneath her on the map.
Right. Your battle axe would hit, and you would smash against the barrier as the barrier would come up and protect its hide.
Ah.
And it would be Shine's turn.
I'm gonna move over here.
Over here.
Over here. I'm gonna fire another Eldritch Blast. And that is right here. Oh, if it's prone, do I get advantage?
Yeah. That would hit. Your Eldritch Blast would blast it. The barrier would come up and protect its side. However, it would shatter upon impact, as the sound of a glass could be seen over the spider.
And that's my turn.
Belzeros.
Alright, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna move down here, and then I'm gonna do a whole line attack with the brass drac. So I'm breathing fire on these 2 guys.
Alright.
So they need to make dex saves.
Alright, so the one with the shield gets a 13, and the one that has the shattered shield gets a 4.
So the 4 fails, 13 succeeds. So the one that succeeded is taking a 1d6.
Okay.
And the one that failed is a 2d6.
And
As I
the
breathe
shield
fire.
would shatter on that one. And the second, the fire would seem to be at full effect as it begins to melt the plating on the armored spider. And it's Belladonna's turn.
Belladonna is going to jump into the crater as she takes her whip and tries. Meh. That misses.
The spider would sidestep.
And she basically climbs back up a little bit.
Alrighty. It would be Nixie's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna jump over to the one that's prone and stab it with a booming blade with advantage because it's prone.
Yep. It would hit.
Perfect. 6 piercing damage, and it is now encased in energy, and I jump back.
All right.
Cool.
All right. At the start of the round, the obelisk shoots a lightning bolt straight into the air, and suddenly emits a pulse that shoots out all around it. Everyone needs to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Everyone, you said?
Wisdom.
Oof.
All right. If you rolled less than a 15, you are now shaken as a blast assault you, as a blast of energy would assault your minds, making you fatigued.
Oh, shit.
That's most of it.
That's a mechanic we haven't used very often.
I'm always fatigued, so this isn't new to me.
100% shook.
All right. So Shine, Robin, Belladonna, and Bronislav have 1 point of fatigue.
Hey.
Where do we mark that?
You can mark it on your health bars or wherever you want to mark it. All right. The prone spider is going to stand up. And it is going to lunge at Bronislav. And it's going to get a 14.
He's going to smack it with his shield.
Ting! And then the other two are going to both pounce on.
Oh, shit.
With a 21 and a 20. With both of them hitting, it's going to be 18 points of piercing damage. And it's Bronislav's turn.
His stance is kind of saggy. He doesn't know what just happened. He's gonna try to even, like, that's technically 22 because of the fatigue, but that would still hit.
Is that the way that works?
You now have disadvantage on ability checks for the first level.
Oh, so it doesn't affect your ability to hit just yet.
Oh, okay.
That's your third level of fatigue. The next level is speed halved, and then third is disadvantage on attacks and saving throw.
Well, I'm over this. Ah, shit.
The first one hits though, and you would skewer the spider as it lets out a horrifying screech as the green light fades in its eyes, and it would slump over.
And he fling it away and proc the booming blade to make it explode.
Sure, if that's what you want to do.
That's what I do.
Woo! And then all of a sudden, with the booming blade effect, it just shatters, and the pieces of the spider shatter across
Some
the field.
some samurai jack.
Where you just
He attempts to do a cool pose and just kind of stumbles a bit. That's my turn.
All right, Teresa.
Wait, those two spiders are broken, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
So what can I really do?
Do what fighters do best: hit things.
They're vulnerable, so you can just probably do. Yeah, you can just hit them.
What, the remaining spiders?
Mhm.
Alright, the spider to the right of Teresa taking advantage of its vulnerability, she swipes down at it with her eye.
And it would sidestep. Kink! As it steps to the side.
So what exactly is a shaken status supposed to denote?
You have disadvantage on ability checks.
Yes, but like in a roleplay sense.
You feel exhausted.
Okay.
Like you just catching your breath. Like you're trying to catch you keep trying to catch your breath, but your breath never returns.
Okay.
And it'd be Shine's turn.
Okay. I'm going to
Teresa's at 14 health, by the way.
I'm gonna shoot another sparkly blast at this thingy majorgo. Pew pew.
It would hit.
Hooray!
And that was the bottom one?
The
Or which one was it?
the one next to the obelisk.
Okay. And with that, your sparkly blast would explode, and the green lights inside would fade, and it would fall over and deactivate as it falls to the ground. Ching. And it would be Belzirus.
Which one's gone?
What?
You said one died, right?
Yeah,
Which one?
the one next to the obelisk.
Okay. Which, at this point, I want to bring up something to Teresa. So, you see how me and Shine have these green health bars above us, right? Robin?
Yeah.
That's our HP. I've been looking at your actual character profile just to keep track of how much health you have. But if you click on your character portrait, you would see a gear setting on the bottom left. So if you click that and you see bar 1, you can type your current health in the left section, and then you see the slash, and then the right section is your maximum hit point.
It's been doing that automatically for me.
It doesn't do it for me.
No, I have to do it every time.
Could you say it one more time?
Alright, so click your character portrait on the map. The token. Then you'll see a red circle, green circle, blue circle. And then a gear and a circle thing at the bottom. Click the gear, which will be an edit token. On bar 1, the left side is your current number, your current HP. The right side of bar 1 is your maximum. So you would want to type, since you have 14 health right now, on the left side you want to type 14, on the right side you want to type 45. And that way the healers can track how hurt you are without actually like asking how many hit points you have left.
Alright, cool.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah, I want to heal. Yeah, next. That's
I'm going to heal Teresa right now, though.
okay.
Cure Will. Level 2. Oh my god, they're not once. So that's 7 health back to you, Teresa. Just remember to edit both health points on your character sheet and the character token on screen. But yeah, I heal Teresa. That's my turn.
Okay. Belladonna.
Belladonna's breath is getting a little raspy, but she can still do her shit. As she uses her rapier this time to poke Spider.
You had poked a spider.
Poke the spider!
And as your rapier sticks into the spider would fizzle as you see green sparks shoot from its head, and it would fall to the ground. The green faded from its eyes.
And she ends her turn.
Boop to the spider with your sword.
When the last spider is deactivated, the obelisk shudders, and the green electricity bolts flickering out would fade, and the green aura would fade, falling silent. And the party would feel safe. You're out of initiative.
Cool, I take my warhammer and smash the spider's head in.
As bolts and metal would start flying out from the spider.
Teresa kicks what's left of the other one, shouting.
It dents as you kick it. It kind of dents your armor.
Okay, I feel better. Something wrong? You look tired for some reason. We only had like a 30-mile trek or something like that.
Shine falls on her butt and leans against the edge of the crater.
Donna's eyes just open up wide. I feel like shit, and my thighs still hurt.
Teresa kind of, drags herself over to Shine, sitting beside her, looking visibly drained.
Amateurs, isn't that right, Bronislav? Oh, you look tired too.
Yes! It is no problem.
Shine just looks at Teresa and goes, "Woo!" and holds her hands up for a high.
Teresa chuckles, and then she turns around. And I will have you know that I am far from an amateur, in spite of my, frankly, lackluster combat abilities as of late.
All right then.
We all have bad times.
I think
well,
this
looks like me and Nixie are no worse from where. How are you feeling, Nixie?
I feel great.
So do I. Let's check this thing out. I'm gonna inspect the obelisk.
It's like breakfast for us.
It is a glossy obelisk. It stands before you with a pointed pyramid top. The green etched ruins in it no longer green, and it's just faded and just sitting in the ground.
What about that stone that Nixie was pushing around?
Oh, the piece of the obelisk? It just looks like a smaller chunk of the obelisk.
Does it seem like there's any magic in the obelisk at all?
It's whatever magic there was, there's not anymore.
There's the magic's all gone.
Interesting. What was the purpose for this thing?
To make spooky spiders?
Only when somebody walks up to it?
It's very niche.
No,
That makes me.
it reacted to Shine specifically.
Shine says, "This makes me believe that this wasn't merely a happenstance appearance of these things. Do you think there was something sent?"
To do what?
I don't know.
Well, yeah,
Whatever
now
they
that
were,
Bronislav
they
said that is pretty interesting. That as soon as you walked into the green light, that the whole entire thing reacted.
I have nothing to do with this, good or bad.
Just you touch it.
All right. Shine goes up to the obelisk and touches.
You would feel the glossy black exterior. It's rather slick and polished, almost like an opaline floor.
Is there any like etchings or anything on it that I would recognize?
There doesn't seem to be any. They're mostly, they look like ruins, like random designs that were etched into it, but nothing.
Yeah, Shine says I don't know what this is.
Huh. Just feels odd just leaving it by itself in this state. As in, personally, I want to destroy this thing to make sure it doesn't do anything again.
Hit it with your hammer.
I hit it with a hammer.
All right, roll damage.
Shine steps back.
Oh crap, let me pull up my...
I'm gonna step outside the crater. What time is it? Just about?
It's dark.
I'm gonna start setting up camp.
Roll me damage. All right, your warhammer would hit it, and it would leave a small indentation in the stone. It's no longer in perfect condition.
Alright.
That'll teach you.
Seems fine to me.
Fuck you, obelisk.
Fuck you, Stanley Kubrick. You and your moon conspiracy.
With me hitting it with a hammer and nothing happening, I'm content to just walk off. And...
You know, all of a sudden, Robin, that one part of that Epic Rap Battles video makes a lot more sense to me.
All right. So, are you guys setting up camp next to the crater, or?
I would recommend we do.
I don't want
Well,
to
not next to the
go
crater.
too far.
Teresa limply kicks at the obelisk.
You kick the obelisk, leaving a small, footprint, a small, dirty footprint on the.
So, my friends, let's make camp. It's getting pretty dark.
Okay.
Let us not roll into the crater in our sleeps.
I assume the shaken status will be removed upon.
Yeah.
But
All right.
no,
So, are you
swap for the
next
crowd.
taking camp next to the crater, or because
He
it's
didn't-
important?
Like, he's not. He's putting it right next to the crater because he's tired and doesn't care. He's not thinking about it. If you want to change his mind, just say that, and he'll move it.
Oh yeah, no, I am more content to move away from the crate. And
Yeah.
I say as such.
Oh,
Yeah, true.
fine. He just grabs his half-built tent, just up like a pile of materials, and moves it further away from the crater. Kind of wobbling as he walks.
Okay.
Shine yawns as she follows.
All right.
And I will set up a little fireplace, breathe some fire on it, and sit down.
I just. How far are you from the obelisk?
I want to say 50 feet.
15, 20, no, 50?
50. 50.
The
50.
real obelisk is the one inside our.
You made that joke already.
I did?
Yes.
I have shit memory. I'm sorry.
Same.
Ugh.
But no, 50 feet away is what
Okay.
I want to say.
Does that agree with?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's the night presses on. Are you guys doing anything night, setting up watch, or are you just all sleeping?
Oh no, we're setting up watch.
I'll take a watch.
Okay.
Oh, good. You take first, I'll take second. And he crawls. He doesn't even build his tent. He just kind of wraps himself up in the...
I'll take
In the
after
fabric.
him. Make sure he knows.
He's asleep now.
I'm talking to Nixie, who's taking the first watch, right?
Who is?
I thought you said you were taking watch.
I'm taking
For the first
a
one.
watch. I haven't decided which watch.
Oh shit, fine. I'm first watch then.
Which
I
watch is
don't
which?
care, and she just goes to sleep.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second, and then we'll wake up. Brownie.
Alrighty. So first watch, roll me a perception check as you watch the night.
Oh, good.
Okay. It's quiet. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Second watch?
Well, I'll wake Nixie up and said, alright, when you wake Bronislav up, just tell him to wake up whoever. That's not me, alright?
What?
Everybody else fell asleep before we could set watch. So, when your watch is done, wake up Bronislav and tell him to wake up anybody who's not me for the next one after his.
How many watches are there out of character? How many watches are there?
Probably 3, right?
There's 3.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was 3.
Oh, was it? Okay, my bad. I'm military. I'm used to an hour watch.
Oh.
So my bad there.
Okay, Nixie will take
Alright.
her watch.
Alright, Nixie, roll me a perception check as you examine the night. Okay.
Nixie's conjuring little daggers and throwing them at trees during her watch. Because she has
Okay.
minor conjuration.
Alright, you see nothing out of the ordinary. Next watch.
Wakey, wakey!
Your voice is so very.
It's great for a watch person, right? Now you can wake everyone up.
Yes. He unmummifies himself and drags himself to his feet and puts his armor back on. All right, I've got this. I've got this. And he.
Meanwhile, I kind of like, oh, is something going on?
Grumpislav.
Because I heard Nixie's voice, and I'm just like, wait, what?
It's happening.
No. It's Branislav's turn.
You gotta be quieter. I go back to sleep.
Alright.
The fatigue is gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yay! Okay, he's gonna sit up and work on writing something for most of the night.
Alright, make a perception check.
I always fucking lose it.
Okay, so as Bronislav is writing a book, suddenly there'd be a small green spark coming from where the crater would be.
Interesting. He's going to take that into consideration, and how long has it been since Nixie went to sleep?
It's been about 2 hours.
And then he's going to pick her up like a sack of her with him to investigate the obelisk.
What's happening?
Wait, who are you picking up?
Nixie.
She immediately goes for her dagger. Who is it? I'll kill you!
Just jabs it into his scale mouth. Calm down. I saw something. I think the obelisk is activating again.
Oh, that's not good.
Shine groans and just rolls over.
So yeah, I'm investigating we're investigating the obelisk.
Alrighty, as you would get back to the crater, you would see the 2 spies remaining. The one that had its face bastion is slowly sparkling with green as it's slowly limping and crawling its way, trying to get out of the crater. The other one that was kicked also is, with its back abdomen shattered, is slowly crawling. Its eyes flickering and flashing as it flicks green and black and shooting out small green sparks as they start crawling.
Oh, that's just annoying. He draws his sword and goes to
Therese, Teresa silently marches toward one of them, and
they're clearly you get advantage. So the firebolt would hit and melt one of the, would clunk back down and spark one more time.
Blasted things. You were saying, Teresa?
She angrily slams down on one of the spiders and all growling quietly with a quite agitated gaze.
Okay. The Warhammer's back in, more bolts and parts would fly off, and the green sparks would fade and it would collapse back to the ground, sparking once or twice before.
I just want to glance at the one that exploded and making sure that one's not moving.
No, that one's exploded.
Okay.
Branislav is going to continue to investigate this obelisk, because there must be something with it if these things are clearly not entirely dead. And what if there are more hiding under the...
Did the obelisk seem to return to life?
Nope. You don't sense any arcana coming from it.
And I'm still so.
Branislav is going to actually spend the rest of the, it's probably almost dawn by now, right?
Yeah, it is.
So he's just going to spend, until sunup trying to figure this fucking thing out.
Nixie Spix is going to find a nice tree stump or bush and then just fall asleep in the bush for the next hour.
As Branislav would make me investigation, Branislav.
Pardon me?
Investigation.
Okay.
As you've been kicking around, you would, as you begin to shift around the obelisk, you find more and more spiky parts as you would start, picking dirt aside, and you would find more of these spider-looking constructs dormant in a dormant state, kind of wrapped in amongst themselves, and you would see them scattered throughout the crater.
Branislav just looks kind of disgusted. He doesn't like these things.
And then you would find, you would find a massive one. You'd find a gigantic one of the metal spiders, half buried into the dirt.
Oh, the others should find out about these as soon as they wake up.
Cock-a-doodle! Sun rises.
He's gonna make
Get
his
up
way
and
back to
start
the...
cooking some breakfast.
My side, branch.
Wait, you went to sleep. Why did you not just go back to camp?
I was tired. There was a bush. It was convenient.
Meanwhile, when I wake up, is Belladonna and Shine waking up as well?
Yes.
Is it morning?
Where's Nixie and Branislav and Teresa?
I don't know. And
Sorry, say that again?
Shine says
I'm
I
wondering
heard.
where you three went, since you guys went over to the crater, and we're a little bit off.
Shine wakes up and said, "Well, I heard Nixie at night, but I didn't really know what the heck."
Oh yeah, that's Screech. I remember that as well.
I'll kill you!
Well, anyways, I'll start heating up something to eat.
Okay.
And start cooking.
You'll see Nixie Spix returns to the camp with twigs in her hair.
And in her clothes, and caught, and in her... she wears shoes? Does she wear...
She doesn't. She's barefoot.
And I see Nixie. I'm not even going to comment about her appearance because I'm way too used to her antics. Just like, where you been?
In the bush.
Alright.
The usual.
I don't ask Nixie any more questions.
Oh, the spider things came back to life, and we killed them again.
Wait. What?
Bronislav shows up not long after. I have discovered that there are more spiders hidden inside this obelisk. It seems to be some sort of transportation device. There is one massive, even bigger than Bronislav.
Oh. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's not good.
Da.
Well, seeing that you're alive, I'm assuming that they're not moving around.
Yes.
Alright, so should we crush their faces in while they're staying asleep, I guess?
It would be wise.
Alright.
Which wasn't exactly the thing I wanted to have when I woke up.
I am more concerned if there are more of them, then these things could spread around the surrounding hills and cause a lot of damage.
True enough.
Well, I kind of eat really quickly and just go, alright, so shall we bash your heads in? There's food there, by the way.
Oh! And Bronislav, takes most of it. Because he's a big man.
Where's the meat?
I'm pretty sure I would have cooked enough.
That's true. He
The
probably
rations.
figured it out, considering he saw how much he eats for breakfast for
Yeah.
weeks.
Nixie pulls out some of the old steak that she didn't finish from the tavern and starts gnawing on that.
Just takes a bite of the food. She doesn't take a lot, though.
Although I am wondering how much rations Bronislav takes for his food.
He can't help it. He's just the deluxe gentleman.
He's a big boy.
Alright, shall we bash their faces in?
Yeah, let's fucking take these things apart.
Okay. You would spend however long you like kicking and cocking.
It's
the...
mostly just
Oh,
the
I'm not
giant
kicking.
one.
I'm using my warhammer and swinging with all my strength to just dismantle these.
Okay.
Fish the big one.
And yeah, let's start with the big one, I guess.
Okay.
Robotic genocide.
As metal sheets and bolts and stuff start cracking off the armor plating of the giant spider, you slowly dismantle it. Didn't do anything.
We bought peace of mind. That's what it did.
I'm wondering, what can we do with this?
Maybe we can sell it to a blacksmith.
Yeah, I'm gonna strip them for anything that may look valuable, like crystal, or even just any metal that is, transportable, because he's not gonna over-encumber himself just for scrap.
You'd be able to get some scrap off of metal. Looks like mostly steel.
Space age steel, because this is from fucking space.
Something like that.
Okay, so we should probably keep a lookout for these locations in the future.
Alright, sounds good.
Now, what are we going to do? Oh, yes!
Go down
Back
to
to Red
that.
Larch.
Right, and see about those paladins' little quest thing that they...
And I have some business with a drunk.
A drunk dwarf, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we met him.
she just
All right.
face palms because she's doesn't want to know what's going on there.
Alright, as the group leaves the site, everyone make me a perception check.
As I roll a 2.
So Nixie took like one of the claws of the spider, and she's just like making noises with it. That's why she has no perception right now.
Oof.
Alright. Bronislav, as you would turn to leave, you would see a black robed figure eyeing you guys as you leave before he would turn around and vanish.
With some of us, I've seen that as well.
Nope.
Even at a 20, I couldn't see it!
Yep.
Damn.
So you needed to crit, jeez. Or something like that.
He, like, just shakes his head and grumbles to himself about Shine's brother being really creepy.
You say something, Bronislav?
No, not at all.
Alright.
Shine follows, but appears to be kind of uncomfortable.
He didn't. Did she actually hear him say that? He wasn't saying it out loud.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You probably wouldn't have heard that.
Alrighty. You would spend the next day getting back to Helvin's Blade.
Alright, I gotta
All
be back in like
day.
5 minutes. Ish, hopefully sooner. But
Why
be right
don't
back.
we instead just follow the river out and head south that way, rather than spending all that time trying to climb out again?
Oh yeah, you can do that if you guys would like.
We can try to skip most of the hiking, go down the river southward, and find the road. Bronislav has an uncanny ability to know which direction he's going at all.
We'll simply use our Hearthstone.
I'm not gonna make that.
Alright, so you would follow the stream, and you would cut off half a day's travel following the stream, and you would get to the stone bridge, which is a stone bridge.
What a
Over there.
surprise.
I never knew the name of the stone bridge would be a stone bridge.
Seems obvious to me.
And you would see a sign saying the stone trail.
My god, it's ingenious.
My God, it's full of stars.
And the trail is, guess what, guys? Lined with stone.
Oh my god!
Scandalous.
Oh my god!
I feel like there should be someone else here, like, counting my movie references.
Same.
Dun dun dun. Okay, so next course of action. Now that you've gotten to the stone bridge, stone trail.
We should be able to
That's made of
follow these. We should be able to follow a road nearby to straight through to Red Larch through these hills. That is how I arrived in town.
All right. So you're going through the Somber Hills.
Yes.
All right. You would recognize this pathway. The pathway you took to get to Helvin's. You would recognize some of this pathway similar to the one you took to get to Helvin's Blade, but there's no zombies.
Oh,
As you
good.
would. All right. You would pass by an abandoned mining quarry. That seems abandoned.
mean,
on your way to Red Larch.
Abandoned quarry.
Wow.
It's
It's abandoned? No way!
There's even a sign for it. Abandoned quarry. Huh.
It says do not enter. There's a sign painted in red saying do not enter.
Abandoned quarry ahead. Apparently the people here need to make things quite obvious.
I mean, just call it as you see it, right?
Oh, I mean, some of the people that don't know how to do much with reading and writing, at least.
Do I remember hearing anything about an abandoned quarry?
If you took that way here, there's a quarry that has been mined of all its useful resources and thus abandoned. It's now overrun with kobolds.
There's nothing here but tiny bitey lizards.
Oh, lovely.
It's kind of like a kobold headquarters in a way. It's
It is nuisance. We move on.
If it becomes a bigger nuisance, we just find fire and throw it in.
Alrighty. As you would path away, as nightfall hits, you would arrive back in a familiar setting. Red Lodge.
Alright, we have to tell former man that his daughter was he shrugs. Possessed by pig and disappeared. Oh, you know, usual things when child disappears in fog of undead that they no longer are alive.
I think you should tell him that you said it so eloquently.
Okay.
So like how she's like, I ain't saying it, you say it.
Okay. You arrive back in Red Lodge. It is hustling and bustling.
That's alright, I'm back.
I need to go find Ashford.
Wouldn't he be causing trouble at bar?
Question is, which one?
Is it not big town? There is only one.
Why not check the one we were at before?
There's two taverns in Red Lodge. There's the fancy one, and then there's the rundown saloon.
Oh, right, they're just across from each other, so they kind of blend
2
together.
and 3.
Which just a sign. There's like a sign saying right outside of them.
You would see a sign saying they suck.
No, like
They're horrible.
which you stay at? Check your wall.
Fucking rude.
Belladonna to do a perception check to which one he might be in.
Sure, why not?
Does she hear a loud ass dwarf?
Oh, another! You hear from inside the fancy tavern.
How fortuitous.
I'm going with Belladonna just in case there's another sappy bar fight.
All right. As you get inside, you would the Dragonborn barmaid would instantly recognize Belzeris and go up and
I regret everything.
would wink and say, "Oh, you're back! Come to see me, have you?" She rolls a 19 for charisma.
What do I roll?
Roll for vow of celibacy.
What do I roll?
You can roll whatever you want to.
Oh, I thought we had
She just rolled a 19 on charisma, so you can roll wisdom if you'd like, or oh,
I am instantly charmed.
well, sit down, darling. I'll get you a drink, and then we can talk more. It's been a while.
Sit
since
down.
we've gotten back.
Can the Dragonborn blush?
I mean, he's already a bronze dragon.
All right, and then Belladonna would see Ashford over in a bar corner, surrounded by 3 other female dwarves, and he's over there laughing, and he's tossing like coins down their shirt and cleavage, and laughing as he's drinking.
Belladonna just clears her throat as she goes up to his table.
Oh, if it isn't Belly!
Belly.
I told you not to call me that since I was little.
Oh, Belly, don't worry. Well, welcome back to Red Lodge.
You just hear him laughing from across the fucking bar.
Teresa barely stifles quite loud laughter.
Don't call me.
See, your
bully.
friends even agree with me. All right, Belly, welcome back.
Shine pats her own belly.
You see, I've made a few more friends. As he waves to the, you recognize one of the female dwarves from the one you got into the fight with the other one.
Oh.
And then you see the two others you don't recognize.
Belladonna just tilts her head and been having a nice little orgy there. Just gives him a stare.
He would wink and say, "Quite."
Why do I even ask? I'm going to be going off again. And I was wondering, could you send a letter?
I don't know if I'm old enough to be exposed to that.
I need an adult.
When you're not spreading the wealth.
Always spreading the wealth. See, he sticks another gold piece inside one of the dwarf's cleavage.
Just sticks it down her cleavage.
I mean the other thing, but that too.
Yeah, sure. What do you want the letter to say?
She bends down and just whispers to him. That's it.
Oh, okay. Sounds easy enough. Is that all? I got business to get back to.
Please send it within the next few days.
Sure thing. I'll send it today.
He's really lackadaisical about this.
Of course, if my three lady friends will let me, but I'm sure they will.
I'll make your allowance bigger.
Excellent!
Send it within
It will
the
be
day.
out in half a day.
Good. Anyways, I'll be back this way when I'm done with the other.
Alright, see you soon, Belly.
Shine gets on her toes and like tries to peek past all the tall.
Stop calling me Belly!
Alright, Belmont, see ya.
He just look. Bronislav is kind of watching this entire altercation go by, and just looks at Ashford. How are you not fired all of the time?
I ask myself that all the time.
Because he's one of the few people that can tolerate half of my family's bullshit.
Now you see why! He waves to the three
Shine
junior dwarves.
Just to think we only have to deal with Belladonna. Ugh.
Oh, don't worry.
I'm
my
being
nephew-
sarcastic about it.
My nephew is more annoying.
Oh, you have sister?
He's from my brother, but I have enough siblings to worry about. You just see her get a really, really grumpy face.
So, just Belladonna, could you take your conversation elsewhere? You're kind of messing my style a little bit.
Belladonna just stares him down.
She thinks I'm joking. She motions to one of them.
You're cramping my steed.
Belladonna I'm just gonna have her roll an intimidation check.
Sure.
Not really
Nope.
intimidating.
All
Way to
right,
go,
Belly,
Belly.
you're not funny.
I'm tired of your shit. I can't do it anymore.
You just see her stomp off.
Now then, where were we, ladies? He turns back to. Oh, did I tell you the time that I slew the mighty dragon Vidordux? Yes, it was just me and him. Now let me tell you the epic battle in our tale. As they all gasp in awe.
Belladonna doesn't want to listen to this high-handed.
You see this scar across my face? The dragon landed a clawing blow against me. But I stood still.
That was my father. She's far enough away that no one can hear.
Oh, of course.
Of course, That's what happens when they get into little spars and don't really care, and they're drunk.
So on the dwarf scale, he's not actually all that impressed with Ashford.
Hey, I got a question.
Yep.
On the dice rolling menu here, what is fudge?
Change it.
What?
Can I roll it just
Yeah,
to see
you
what it
match
does?
the roll.
Huh.
Interesting. I'm confused.
You can +1.
What the fuck?
You never fudged the dice before?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
It means changing the dice roll.
Oh.
So
My
whatever.
friend ain't no
Okay,
cheater.
I see it.
So basically cheating.
Yes.
My friend ain't no cheater.
So, like, say I did a 5DF, that means it checks plus or minus 5 times, and I got a net total of 2 pluses, therefore it's +2 on my dice roll. So you can, like, put a little range on something, is what it means.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, the end. It's night. You camping up here for the night?
Yeah, it should be like evening-ish since we walked it
Yeah,
entire
it's
day.
evening.
We can go visit the temple tomorrow.
That sounds like a grand idea.
Sounds like a grand old time.
And she looks at the dragonborn barmaid.
Barmaid? Okay.
Could I have the room furthest from that dwarf? She points.
Oh, he's so sweet, but sure.
I'm sure he's sweet. I just don't want to hear things.
All right.
So does he always tell tall tales?
And then the sky rained with fire, but I stood upon a mountain, risen ahead and caught one with my bare hands, saving the townsfolk.
I need a drink now. Just
He
listening to
wants
that.
Something. He wants to get into someone's pants.
Those who speak endlessly of their trials and adventures are those that have likely never been through them in the first place.
I thought he was a butler.
He is.
Seems like an asshole.
He's
It
probably using things from the family, if anything. That or just
Is
embellishing
he
it.
at least decent at his job?
To be determined.
I'm glad you're not like Nutmaster, though. Nutmaster would have poked him with prongs by now.
Oh.
Maybe that's the best course of action given his attitude.
Oh, it's okay. Someone usually lights a fire up his ass. And that's not me.
No, apparently not.
I don't understand why the girls like him so much. His beard is not even nice.
Money?
But he is butler.
Shrine just gives a big shrug.
Well, whatever
She,
he has packing probably makes up for it. I don't know.
The barmaid goes over to Boulder and says, "So, you staying here tonight, sweets?"
Mm-hmm.
Yes I am.
Okay. Duly noted. She chuckles.
Nixie says to Billsy, "You should make babies with her."
Oh, hey, she rolls a 23 on charisma. I'm not making those numbers up, by the way.
I have a chance.
But I will check.
I have a +5 in wisdom, so let's see what happens. Nope.
Man, she's rocking these charisma rolls.
My God.
He missed her calling as a paladin. Shit.
Bronislav looks disappointed at how and how incredibly flustered Belzerius keeps getting at this barmaid.
I'm kind of just like nervously holding my mug of ale and just kind of like taking like glances at the barmaid every so often.
While you're giving those signals, those
What? What are we talking about? Tomorrow. What are we doing? Going to that church thing, right? Right?
Oh, yes,
tomorrow.
Cleanse those unholy thoughts.
Forgive me, Father, but I have
starting to
almost
think I,
been several times.
Lusty Argonian maid.
Oh shit. That reminds me, I gotta keep going with Skyrim.
Okay, so the night would be calm and peaceful as the group retires. And
I survived.
Liar.
It would be morning.
It would not be calm and peaceful because that lady's coming up for some smash. And I don't think Dragonborn are particularly known for being quiet.
No, she didn't.
I mean, Nixie did suggest maybe.
Nixie didn't suggest anything. She was straightforward with it. I'm sure she'd make a great mother.
After breakfast, Bronislav will ask for directions to this stone sanctuary.
Yeah, you just head east and follow the Karen Road. You can easily see it marked, and just keep following the path. It's newly built. It's newly built, and it only recently was built, so it's really pristine. It's quite the place to look at.
Oh, this should be exciting, yes? I would like...
Sure.
I thought these were of your order. They all have the same dragon.
Correct. And I walk off.
Nixie looks like she wants to say something and then remembers Belzerius' words and then doesn't.
Yeah, we'll head towards the sanctuary.
Okay, all right. So you would head to the north south. You would follow a road that would slowly become paved, and let's switch to the map. And then you would arrive at an opaline temple. Its spires rise into the sky, almost halfway up the somber hills. Four spires flank a middle a square-like entrance. There's stained glass windows. What seems to be an angel holding aloft a spear. You would see two silver dragons perched on the spires, gazing down upon the ground. And there'd be red flames, kind of from braziers leading up into the monastery.
Boy.
Oh yeah, now he's really intrigued. He's just gonna fucking charge up the stairway towards this magnificent manor. He wants to know what kind of job people like this would be like looking outside their order for, because like this they really have their shit in order.
All right,
Meanwhile, I'm on guard.
All right, you would step up and you would see two female knights dressed in oriental plate armor, similar to the paladins that were at the that were at the tavern in Helvin's Blade. They're both wearing helmets, so you can't see most. You only see the where the V splits, so you can see their eyes, and their hair hangs out of their helmets. They had their shields resting in front of them, as well as their blades strapped to their sides, as they look at the group approaching the monastery. Welcome, weary travelers, to the Sacred Stone Monastery, one of them says.
Hello. We are mercenary group. We came in. We heard your call to action and wanted to see what job your order will be. He's like kind of struggling to make his vocabulary sound better than it actually is.
I'm sure you had a little group of your own come by here saying that Meat and Two Bells would be here.
Yes, that's us.
Meat and Two Bells.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes, that mercenary group that...
Shine
Wilson
just
Halvin's
puts
Yes.
her face into her hand.
What's a Meat and Two Bells?
They look at each other. You've picked an odd name for your adventure group, but if your deeds speak true to your actions, then by all means, the High Priestess would like to meet you all.
Yes, it was. We are
Very symbolic of our names. That's all you need to know.
I don't think they really wanted to know. The High Priestess wants to calm down, Nixie. The High Priestess wants to see us, so let's
How
let's
can I
go
be
visit
a
her.
great wizard with a name like Meat and Two Bells?
But I've only heard this phrase used before. I don't know why you get so uncomfortable. Why is Shine covering her? Shine, are you okay?
I'm not. I know I'm not too overtly professional, but come on.
I do not understand.
Let's just say we need to think of a better name.
We can workshop it then.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, Meat and Two Bells. We have contacted the priestess, and she was kind of laughing when we told her the name of the group, but she would like to see you.
I can't imagine why.
It is rare the High Priestess laughs, so you may have gotten on her good side.
Oh dear, did I choose poor name?
No, you made the priestess laugh.
No,
It might
it's
be a good name. And Nolly's dying.
Shine still has her face in her hand, but she's kind of laughing behind.
Allow us to
Introduce
contact High Templar Thornton, and he shall escort you inside. She puts her hand up to her ear, and a blue light would spark. Those of you who simple arcane know that she just used the spell message.
Oh yes, no, definitely would know that.
Question line: do I know that name?
You would. He
Alright.
he is the he's the leader of your order.
If anybody's actually observing me, I'm kind of tensed up a little bit by hearing that name.
May we present to you our Meat and Two Bells?
As you would as soon the key door gets open, and a large male battle hardened would be wearing silver silver plated plate armor, with a massive sword with what seems to be a crystallized eye in the hilt of the blade, and a very large sheath. It almost resembles a great sword, but it looks like something that you could wield with one hand. He has a gruff beard and a scar over one of his eyes as he examines the group and says, "Ah, meat and two bells. I was made aware of that."
Oh, I'm never gonna get used to that.
As the party breaks down again, Bronislav looks completely oblivious to what's going on.
As he examines the group closely, and his eyes glaze over Belzeris and stop for a moment before saying, "Let us continue. The High Priestess has a very important mission for you all." As he would start walking inside and beckon the group to follow him.
And follow I do.
I also follow.
Yes. Let's all follow the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Dragon.
Inside, you would find 12. You would find 12 silver dragons nesting immediately inside the doors. These dragons seem to be young silver dragons. And you all would be familiar with dragons. You've at least heard of or encountered some in your travels.
Bronislav is very impressed, especially by the condition of their gear.
The dragons would be covered in the same silver plate mail as the paladins would be. They have full battle barding.
Shine tugs lightly on Belladonna's arm and like quietly whispers to her, "They're gonna think I'm lewd."
And she takes off her cloak and just puts it over Shine.
That's not what I mean!
I can't.
Just go with it!
Okay.
The dragons would eye the group as they passed. However, they just do that and just sit and just idly watch as the group flies past. And you would enter. He would push open a set of doors, and there would be seven braziers lined across the wall, leading to another set of doors. The brazier to the far right is lit with a silver and blue flame, but the rest are out. Belzeris would instantly feel his holy symbol begin to gain power as he nears the flame.
Ooh,
Is it glowing, or do I just feel that it's gaining power?
You feel that it's gaining power.
Okay.
You often gain this type when you remember gaining this type of power when you were close to the remains of what the dragon Bahamut was back at your temple.
I'll go ahead and kind of clutch my chest area where the amulets hang in underneath my clothes and kind of put my arm back down.
You would push open another set of double doors, and inside there would be seven knights, and there would be a lady dressed in robes, almost like a Greek goddess's robes, with silver lining with angel wing pauldrons, as well as a circlet of diamonds. She wields a staff in one hand and is resting her hand on one of the armrest on the throne. Leading up to the throne, there's a red carpet that's engraved with angelic designs and what seems to be symbols of what seems to be the different cults scattered throughout the land. High Templar Thornton would beckon everyone through before closing the door behind them, as he would step forward and say, High Priestess High Priestess Samantha, I have brought you meat and 2 bells, as you requested. You see her chuckle. The priestess seems to be young for her age. Definitely not old. She appears to be only in her 30s.
But can non-Dragonborn actually tell all that easily?
I meant the question is she Dragonborn? Because most of the Templars that we've been coming across are human.
No, she's human as well.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm the only Dragonborn we've come across that's from this cult.
Welcome, adventurers. I don't think you wanted me to call you by your other name, but I will if that's what you request.
Please don't.
I do not understand. What is wrong?
There's a great many things wrong with this land.
Nice transition.
Segway.
Segue, yeah.
I got a segue. No, I don't.
Ever since the gods have left us, the world has been without order. There's no higher power to look up to, no guidelines to live by. Every man, woman, and child living for themselves and their own goals. We, the Church of the High Seraph, wish to change that. We wish to unite everyone under one banner and finally give order to a chaotic world.
So you have very high aspirations, yes? What would you do with us?
I would like to recruit a group of mercenaries to do what our few knights cannot do, as we're spread thin currently. Of course, there will be great reward, reputation, and money if that is what you desire.
Yes, sounds wonderful.
Wow, you made us an emblem.
Raslov looks around. What? I told you my comment is not good. Why do you make me while they talk?
Money and reputation sounds great.
You do wish to be the most powerful spellcaster in the land, do you not?
But of course.
Nixie.
Wait.
Oh.
Is my aspirations that well known?
Is indeed. I hear your group defeated Strad von Zarovich.
Probably.
Probably.
You don't give yourselves enough credit. You did save Waycrest after all. Quite a amazing feat.
Thanks. It was easy.
It was by the High Seraph's will that we have been brought together this day. Hopefully, we can form an alliance.
Oh, yes, of course, but you haven't actually told us more about your High Seraph.
The High Seraph is what we wish to make a reality. A new god. One that all the cults of the land can look up to. One that would give order to the land. It is not a physical being. Not yet. Just an idea that we wish to strive to accomplish.
An idea.
The cult of Bahamut has already pledged their flame to our cause. And so we wish to recruit the others. Hopefully, with their support, they can see that the righteousness of our goals. As Thornham would nod. Indeed, there is no higher cause than justice for the land.
I agree with that.
Oh my god, I keep closing my damn thing.
Oh, just yes, glory, but more importantly, financial stability. Yes, this sounds wonderful. What are your tenants? He says tendant, but he means tenants. But he doesn't know the difference.
What do you mean by that? Like, who are
He
the
said,
knights?
what is the actual Seraph's practices? What do they go by? Because she's being very.
Like I said, the Seraph simply requires that, or so we'd like to believe, that everyone united, we are strong and together. For together we can overcome any obstacle. And those who wish to cause harm or disrupt this united front would be cast out.
Teresa's face sours.
Bronislav is he's significantly less excited.
He is not happy.
Yes, but how will you judge this?
Those who wish to come hardest to those under our banner shall be punished in the holy light.
Teresa's face sours even more.
That sounds familiar. Where did I hear that before?
Well, I'm sure we'll have nothing to then.
Wait, what?
But
It'll be
but regardless of what we wish to do, the reward and quest are just that. We simply wish to recruit and undertake missions for us. Of course, reward will be handed out accordingly.
I mean, we can have an exchange. Yes, we could use an organization with lots of resources.
Indeed, I'm glad you finally see this.
Have you heard news of meteors hitting the planet the night before?
She smiles and says, "Yes, it's quite unfortunate. The planet itself cries out in pain."
Yes. We have discovered that it houses many deadly. What is the word?
Spiders.
Kind of, but they are man-made spiders, though.
Interesting. Interesting, she says. But she does not look surprised. That is quite interesting information.
Yes, we would hope that your knights would help contain them. before they take the farmlands.
Of course. If you know where they are, we would gladly send our knights to end this threat to us.
Looks the rest of the party. I don't think it is up to me to decide.
Well, we've only found that one. Didn't we kill everything there?
I believe so.
As far
It
as
no
we
longer
know.
is active. I mean, we did take the time to smash up the giant one. It should be fine. Yes.
Well, I guess we could tell them where that one is.
I know in distance, but not on a map. It is in the Desiring Hills, to the north of Elven's Blade.
She nods and says, tell Lord Zephin to take two of the acolytes with him, and to investigate the claims of these adventurers. As Thornton nods before he would cast message. We thank you for this information. Let us hope it is simply an odd occurrence and nothing that will come to lasting effect.
Out of character, at least he'll find it faster than us than with flying dragons.
Everyone, do you all agree with what the priestess wants to do? Do you wish to work with them?
For the money!
Belladonna just gives a side eye.
Money's money!
As of right now, I don't see why not. What do you think?
I mean,
I am fine with it.
Yeah.
for now, money's fine, but Belladonna looks like she wants to say something, but just not here.
Let us put it this way. We are willing to do work for you, but we are not crusaders. We cannot... You cannot expect us to do usher out the
Don't make
creatures...
us do the grunt work of what you're.
We would never ask of such from you to begin with.
Teresa says nothing, but is clearly unhappy.
Good, because I like to keep my options open.
By all means, nothing is stopping you from walking out the doors right now, or any time during our agreement. In fact, you might just do that when I tell you what we would like you to do. It will come to no harm to reputation if you refuse what quest we have for you.
What is this quest?
We have in the high forest to the west of here, there is a group of cannibals that practice blood magic. We feel that they are in the works of casting some sort of ritual. We wish to find out what this ritual is, and if it can be stopped, to stop it before it's whatever they are doing comes to pass.
That eerily sounds familiar to the hags that we defeated.
It does. Maybe we should investigate.
I am interested in investigating.
How much money?
1,000 gold pieces each for returning.
Alright, we are sold. Yes, we sign us up.
I can buy like 5 hats for that.
Excellent. No other details needed. I like you all.
I guess we need to know where they are.
Yeah, High Forest.
she laughs and says, "They are in the high forest. They're a cannibal lot. They drag traders. They get close to their forest into the forest and devour them. Use their skulls and bones to power their old ways and their blood magics."
Now, the question is, do they have a preference for what kind of blood they want?
They do not. They even eat themselves, should sacrifices allow it. They follow something known as the old way. I do not know what their old way is, but it would go against the High Seraph's will to have such a evil and disastrous cult practicing such things as devouring people and using their blood to fuel their machinations.
Well, I mean, it is for a good cause. Branislav is...
You would be doing a service not only for us, but to the land to remove this threat.
Come on, Teresa, dude, it will be fun.
So, are we in agreement?
Absolutely.
Alright.
Kill cannibals? Get a bunch of hats. Sounds good.
I'm not much for religious stuff, but people eating people's disgusting. So
Indeed. I'm glad we are one mind in such a matter.
Didn't you have holy water at some point?
I did. I still have one.
Thornton nods and says, "If I may offer one piece of advice when dealing with these cannibals, kill them on sight, as they will not think twice about killing you as the same."
Actually, since we are at here, wouldn't it be best to get holy water in case any of their blood magic requires us to...
If you wish to take the High Seraph's water, then please, by all means, if it shall aid you in your quest.
Belladonna nods and she looks at her vial that she had used already and just fills it. Can I get extra bottles while we're here?
Of course.
I'm asking out of character, not in character.
He reads the future and goes on
Just see Belladonna find some more vials and just keep, filling some. She looks obsessed.
Most powerful item in the game! Bottle size.
I am glad we've come to an agreement, and I wish you luck on your quest. I hope to see you all again. And by the High Seraph's light, I hope she guides you and watches over on your quest.
Oh, 1,000 gold. I could actually start business with it.
A hat business.
Are you looking to start a business?
Yes, in a matter of speaking, I left home to make name for myself.
Oh, okay.
And make a name you shall, Branislav, she says.
Just a different name from Meat and Two Bells.
From the High Seraph's eyes, I'm sure your trade that you wish to set up will benefit us all in the future.
Well, I know it will benefit my home at least.
And by benefiting your home, you benefit us all. She said.
Oh, yes, of course. He's very clearly not into anything she's actually saying. He just wants the money. Okay, so we should start heading toward this cannibal party.
Oh, yes, because that sounds so much fun, but we must.
You sound very bored with getting 1,000 gold.
She's already wealthy. She doesn't need the money.
Oh, that is a bunch of bull hockey. I'm just not enthused about these blood magic person-eating.
Hags already eat flesh. They are just like the hags. We killed hags. It's also good.
Well, if you say it that way, maybe it's not so bad.
Well, frankly, observing those... Well, frankly, I don't think it would be too insane to call them fools. And, well, I believe that they may prove unkind going forward. I don't believe my values fall in line with theirs.
With the cannibals?
No.
I would hope. I mean, if they did, I'd probably be...
And what do you not agree about our values?
Yeah, I was going to ask, are we not... I was going to ask if we were gone from the audience.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought they were leaving.
I think it's safe to say Teresa wouldn't have said that until we were out.
Okay.
No.
That's fine. Okay.
I missed it. Did you guys say we got a new name?
Not yet.
Nope, it's still me, Two Bells.
Me?
I
Two
mean,
Bell.
Did you see our beautiful, beautiful sign now that I'm...
Thanks, Nale. You're a goddess. Let's see. Very politely leave the building and then start talking about the book.
All right, you would walk out of the church, and you would be outside, out of ears reach.
Okay, so yes, I am very aware that most of what they are saying is bullshit.
I think we all do.
Yes, I am in agreement.
They're very clearly just another upstart cult, but eventually they'll probably work their way out of their resources or come in conflict with the lords, and that'll take care of itself.
I do agree
Yes,
with
because
most of
these
their
things are
viewpoint, though. Just not forcing it on everybody else.
Because these things are known for working themselves out.
And punishing those that don't believe, that's a no for me.
I mean, the world has continued to exist before we started to do our work. You can't expect us to just run around and solve everyone's supposed problems, now do you?
No. However, well, I simply can't abide by this. This isn't what I believe. I believe in some form of freedom. Freedom is how I've gotten by all this time. Anyone forcing me to believe in what they believe, well, frankly, I'd rather die than sacrifice my own personal values.
Well, we are not going to make you actually follow their tenets. I don't believe a word of it. But what they are asking is for us to simply take care of a problem that everyone must deal with, and for compensation. Surely you won't object to that.
No, of course not. This problem we're going to solve is something that affects everyone, not only them. And, well, we'll be paid handsomely for it. I don't know. They make me uncomfortable.
Wait, it's a thing of money for right now. I personally don't like anything with faith. You don't seem to like anything with faith. Most of us don't. Sorry, Bron. But zeros.
Oh, yeah. No, I get it.
But when it comes to money, sometimes you just bite the bullet and you go where the money takes. which sometimes doesn't go with your values, but sometimes when you need it, you kind of gotta break them.
We will bleed them for all they are worth, and then we will the heck out when they ask us to do something like convert some village or something.
I would sooner be on my own than do anything like that.
See, then we are all in agreement then. Let us go kill some cannibals and get some money.
Very well.
Alrighty.
I do want to make sure the story checks out. Master had a way of making things sound really good, and then they were really bad.
That's sort of how cultists work.
It's not like we're going to just run in and start stabbing everyone we see. We have to investigate first.
Yes.
And if they are clearly trying to just make us remove competition for them, then we just walk away and don't return to the church. Easy as that.
Okie dokie.
Like, mumbles to himself in Dwarvish, you'd think these people have never pulled the wool over someone's eyes before. Goodness gracious.
It's not like we signed a contract anyways.
Yes, see? Exactly.
And on saying that, who knows if they're going to pay us if we do this. I think they would, though. For now.
And if they kill us, then everyone would know the great Nixie Spickus died and that they did wrong.
Oh boy.
Well, would the great Nixie Spix die?
Aha!
Which, really?
You have a point. I would triumph over all.
Good, we got that out of the way.
And then
Alright,
and then she
so,
marches
cannibals.
with her spirits high now.
You got this, Nixie.
Oh, the cultists are the other way.
Affirmative. And then she marches that way.
Then with 30 seconds, she just hops onto Bill's shoulder.
Yeah, like after 30 seconds, she drags on, and you guys pass her. And then she climbs on Bill's ears.
So yes, we are on our way to visit the completely legitimate cult.
It's a completely legitimate cult?
That was sarcasm.
Okay. Okay, so the party would be off. They would proceed eastwards, and you would pass Summit Hall, which is a inn that is on the southern end of the mountain. It's simply just a small outpost with an inn.
What time is it when we get there?
It's afternoon.
Should we press on or rest for the day?
We can just buy food for the evening and then move on.
That sounds like a plan.
All right, you would step into the Summit Hall, and inside you would find what seems to be it's fairly empty. There are a few patrons inside. You would see a dwarven bartender cleaning some glasses, and before sitting them back on the shelf. There appears to be only a human. There appears to be one other human female working inside, delivering food and drinks to the tables.
Abandoned.
You also see outside of the summon hall. You saw like caravans and merchants and horses like attached to stables, and you would see a bunch of merchants wearing different garbs inside. There seems to be the only patrons.
Oh, so it's a well-traveled road.
Yeah, it's not exactly well traveled, but it's a merchant road. It leads the stone bridge. It leads up to the stone bridge, which leads to the stone trail that's made of stone.
Oh, you don't say! So, I am going to ask more information about a rumored cult of flesh-eating motherfuckers just kind of hanging out in the region.
Yeah, you see a lot of the when you mention this, they kind of just turn the other way and do not answer you.
Rude.
And some say, no, I don't know anything, nothing at all, and we'll wave you away and return to their food and drink.
Oh dear! It appears that everyone in this tavern is in league with them. We have to kill them all.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
That was joke, yes?
I was.
It is literally impossible to tell when he's being sarcastic.
Well, did we ask the
You see,
bartender
like-
as well, or did we just ask the patrons?
You see, like, Nixie by, like...
You asked the patrons, I believe. I don't think
Bronislav slide. Nixie's, like, standing on Bronislav's slide, and she's, like, half drawn her dagger, and then she slowly sheathes it.
I'm
Just
gonna,
stand back a little bit.
well, first off, I'm gonna go up to the bar and order myself a mug.
It wouldn't be long. He almost instantly slams them on the table and slides it over. Says, here you go, Matt. Here you go, lad.
Appreciate it, good sir. Oh, I have a question for you.
Yes, of course, traveler.
It's only like a rumor that I've heard, but there was like something about cannibals around in this area.
Yes, the ones that live in the high forest, yeah.
Oh,
There has been lots of rumors of that as of late. A few merchants have gone past the forest and have not returned. Though no one has lived to tell a tale, or mostly rumors, I suppose. There hasn't been any bodies found.
okay, I appreciate that. And I slowly sip my
And right after the cannibal conversation, Nixie comes up to the bar. Do you have raw meat?
He looks at you weird and says,
Just a goblin in public, casual.
You know, there's a cannibal problem,
It's not
and there's a
often-
goblin wanting raw meat.
You know, there was a man that passed through here not long ago. He had about 3 others your size. I think they were all goblins. Yes, they were in chains, however.
Goblins?
Mm-hmm.
That's my appetite.
Sorry, I did not mean to startle you or worry you.
Nixie, you alright?
I need to sit down.
What is wrong? You usually have at least something. Did they not have fresh meat for you?
I don't know. There's goblins.
Oh, there are goblins in the area. Should we be wary of ambush?
Wait, what'd you say?
So there's goblins in the area. Should we be wary of ambush?
And then she just like runs outside.
Aww.
Bronislav just kind of blinks and then goes back to
Cat fresh meat, the dwarf yells out.
yeah, he's just gonna like go secure rations
Yeah,
instead.
there you go.
Have fun with that.
I down the rest of my beer, put some coins on the table for it, and go after Nixie.
I'm gonna buy dried meat from the bartender so we have more
Sure.
rations.
Sure, he sells it to you. He's like, good job for 1 gold piece for. I'll give you for 1 gold piece for the trouble I seem to have caused, though I don't know what I caused, but apparently distress.
Bronislav just shrugs.
Nixie!
Yeah.
Where are you actually? Are you just right outside?
She's like sitting next to the wall outside the bar. With her
Aww.
spellbook open.
I just sit next to her.
I'm
Are
like
you alright?
super strong, right?
Yes, you are.
I can like, I don't know, win a magic fight, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
You still need to practice more,
I do.
but you're getting there.
Excellent. Closes her book.
Problem solved!
I can kill a fucker, right? Yeah, cool.
I'm Nitsy Spix the Great. I don't know why I'm scared.
Alright. Did you want something to eat? Let's go back and get some food.
Okay.
I get in there and order a raw steak for her.
He says, no need here. Take it.
Free food.
The people around here are too lackadaisical with their money. I do not
Nixie?
understand.
Yeah.
What do you say?
This is great food. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Was that right? I think that was right.
Yeah, that was right.
It's like close enough.
One of the you would see a gruff what seems to be merchant hail the group. And he seems to be sitting alone at a dark table in the corner of the room.
Almost
With a
ain't
single
creepy at
lantern.
all.
Wait, like he called out to us?
Yeah.
I am tired of talking. Someone else go bother.
Belladonna just gets up. She warily walks up to this person in the corner. Yes, fair traveler?
Yes, I heard you asking around for information on the cannibals. Clearly, the rest of them aren't willing to talk, but I am. You see his tattered robe, and his robes are black, and though his face is black, you can simply see yellow eyes from underneath his hood. Yellow glowing eyes. Almost like a shadowy appearance.
She
Wow.
tilts her head to the side, and she's kind of wary of this person. And, of course, I'm guessing you may want something if we're asking for information.
Not at all. I simply provide information where information is required.
This
I've seen a great many things in my travels. Many adventures.
person reminds me of someone long, long ago.
Oh my god, no, I hate him.
Why do you hate him?
Cause he's a dick.
He's not a dick. He simply has everything that you require. Like tickets.
like being a shrewd motherfucker. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be real. Even though I know what you need to do, I'm gonna be real coy about it. Okay, babe. And then he walks the fuck away, and it's like, oh, okay, bye.
Am I missing something?
It's a
you
reoccurring
are,
character
yes.
in all my campaigns.
It was in the Runeforge, right? The Runeforge
Yeah.
campaign. Yeah. The one before Karator. That's why you don't know.
No.
He was also in Karator too. He was also in the one before Karator.
Oh
He
yeah.
must have been early in Karator then.
I don't remember him in Karator.
You met him.
Oh.
Just wasn't as creepy, I'm guessing. But, he sits down at the table and she just looks at it. So, talk.
Yes, and the cannibals you do seek are in the jungle of the High Forest.
These are the cannibals you're looking for.
They follow the old ways, or so I hear.
That's what I've heard as well.
The
How
old way
wonderfully
is a ancient teaching. It's what the cannibals go by. They believe in devouring people. You gain their knowledge and skill set. The
That-
stronger if you eat someone of high power, you gain their abilities as well as their power and mindset, their memories and skills become yours.
That doesn't seem right. But I'm guessing that's what they believe, and
It is survival of the fittest, and there's a never-ending food chain.
so.
If one believes they are in complete power, then they will surely be overcome by the rest.
Right. So, you mentioned that survival of the fittest in this forest, but what do you have that we perhaps need besides information?
Nothing. I just simply wish to inform you of what you are walking into.
But we already know.
Are you certain?
I'm very certain.
Right. Well, if we need anything else, we'll let you know.
Of course, he says.
She bows her head, even though she walks away from that table like she's learned absolutely nothing new.
Alright?
Brasov is sitting at their table, just kind of poking, like he has a very large salad in front of him, and he's just poking it with his fork over and over again, watching Belladonna come back from string.
I learned nothing new, besides
Wait.
survival of the fittest.
What did he want from us?
Well, he said he'll be around, and he has stuff for us, even if we didn't really think we needed it, or something or other. Like,
Sounds
He never said anything like that.
she's making it up.
Oh.
sounds very suspicious.
Yes. So it is bunch of rubbish. Yes. He sounds like he is trying to. It sounds like he is trying to lure us into a trap. He has what we need, honestly.
Oh, what did he say?
Well, pretty much everything we've already known. And these
But-
people eat.
Oh, but he will be around if we need him. Yes. Completely trustworthy. Certainly not spy or trap or what.
Well, if anything, if we ever come across him again, we could always just poke. Everybody looks at, or not everybody, but everybody can see that she just touches her rapier.
Oh, finally, good idea. Yes, I agree.
So?
Well, we're going to go ahead and soon or still sleep ahead of time.
I think we have an important business to take care of.
It's only like past noon. It is fine.
That's why I'm asking.
I brought us more supplies. We'll be able to camp just fine.
Sounds good to me.
It'll be fine.
I'm gonna go into the high forest at night with a forest full of cannibals.
How far?
I
is the
say
high
we get
forest from
close enough and make camp.
They
yes.
did say not to go in there to disturb them right away, because they will eat trespass.
But they were going to eat us anyway.
It's the forest is about 10 miles away.
And it is not that far. It will not be dark by the time we get there. This is just fine for checkpoints, but we can.
Bronislav,
What?
do you remember what happened while we were in the forest on the other side of these mountain hills?
The one with the castle.
You remember when we were rushing in and no one could go in quiet?
That was not my fault.
Well, that's what it sounds like we're about to do again, regardless of whose fault it is. I just say we take more precautions than not.
You are telling me this? I was the one who told us to be cautious first time.
Well, apparently none of you were quiet enough, though.
Look at what I'm wearing. It's hard to be quiet in this.
Yes, you do not object when we're taking hits for you.
But you're just as bad. That's why you let the people with less clunky armor go.
Oh, so you volunteered to scout for us? Good. We'll stay here. We shall stay here while you go on.
The character, like, that 20 toys next to the boss.
Yeah, so it'll be fine. Just go on ahead and find them for us, and then, relay the information back to.
And that's farewell into night.
Have fun!
Ray.
I still have the important business to attend to.
Is she just actively
Next
saying
time,
that?
it's welcome to the jungle.
And then she points to her.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.
She points to the table, and then there's a raw steak on her table, and she used minor conjuration to conjure a bell. That!
Wow.
Like you do that, ring the bell, and like the episode ends.
Yes.
Like just cuts the black.
every time someone asks our name, we just like hand them a like raw steak with like a bouquet of bells.
Nice to meet you.
I guess what we're nicknaming the D&D chat.
Oh no!
Outstanding.
God.
Oh no!
No longer the dysfunctional adventurers.
Name is said, the more I like it.
Meeting two bells. God, I don't know how. Like it happens
oh my
so
gosh,
suddenly.
people actually can see that in the thing now.
Shine's just sitting there like, why?
Meeting two bells. Teresa, fuck me.
Shine's like, is this the time for me to sneak away?
No.
Teresa's like, I'm gonna fucking punch Bronislav for that fucking name.
He doesn't understand. You haven't actually explained to him why it's even a bad thing yet.
You know what? I think those zeros and Valadona are laughing so much that it's just like, oh, let's keep.
Oh, Belzeros loves the name.
Nixie is very, very opposed to
He's
it,
enjoying it.
and we'll keep bringing it up until it's addressed.
Thus the
Oh
journey
my
of
god.
Two bells commence.